I'm here. Bossy, get up here.
Brothers, I don't. One thing I got to say to you, brothers. I don't. You know what? If you want to be married, that's fine. You have to understand that a lot of these women are never happy. They're never happy. Never happy. You could do all that you can. You could be all that you could be like in the army, but still, it's not enough
Mm.
for these women.
Oh God.
So, brothers, I'm here to help you out, brothers. I'm here to help you out. So let's go ahead with this video. As you see, the title says, I'm just going to just start with the beginning of just the first couple of words. I have a perfectly good husband. Let's go ahead and get into the video.
Your name, what's your question?
My name is Diana's Joy, and my question is, how do you tell your perfectly good man that you love that he no longer compliments your elevation without breaking his heart?
Okay, you use a, was that a $5? What, he don't compliment your what?
My elevation.
Woo. So,
What is that? Wait,
okay,
what does that mean first? I want to. I want her.
You want her to say?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I want you to tell me, what does that look like? Him complimenting your elevation.
That looks like him being my biggest
Video, not
cheerleader
playing.
with whatever I strive to do.
What's up, Teddy?
I was saying it's not playing on my end. Is it playing?
Yeah, it's playing.
Yeah.
You might have to update. You might have to update your the phone. I'm about to say your phone. Yeah, your phone
It says
or the app itself. But
no,
it is
it was
playing.
giving me the little circle saying pause. So
Okay, I just synced the video. So let me know if it's. Can you even see the video?
it say video is paused. That's all I see.
Well,
Okay.
it's paused right now.
Well, yeah, it's paused. Yeah, it is paused right now. But
It played. Let me see if it.
right now.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I thought you meant.
Okay. So yeah, it's a
He
little
thinks
thing.
that he thinks I do too much.
Okay, Theo, going.
What's your name, what's your question?
My name is Diana's Joy, and my question is, how do you tell your perfectly good man that you love that he no longer compliments your elevation without breaking his heart?
Okay, you use a, was that a $5? He don't compliment your what?
My elevation.
Woo. So,
What is that? Wait.
okay,
What does that mean first? I want to.
like-
I want her.
You want her to say?
Yeah, what does that mean?
I want you to tell me, what does that look like? Him complimenting your elevation.
That looks like him.
Teddy, can you see it?
Oh my God.
I'm just
Yeah,
making sure.
yeah,
Okay.
bro. Yeah,
All right,
bro.
cool.
No,
All right, let's continue. Iconic, relax. Let's go.
Being my biggest cheerleader with whatever I strive to do.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I thought you meant.
Okay. So yeah, it's a little
He thinks
thing.
that he thinks I do too much.
What do you mean he thinks you do
He
too much?
thinks so. I'm into everything. I feel like if God gave me gifts, I'm supposed to use them.
Okay.
So whatever I get into, I'm gonna get into. So he feels like, oh, just sit down. You do too much. Why you doing too much? So I said, you're not complimenting my elevation. There's things I need to do. There's things I need to accomplish.
Well, I mean, because you're worrying about hurting his feelings, if you're just vocal about that discretion that you have, you can't worry. I'm saying this in the nicest way, okay? You can't necessarily always worry about coddling somebody's emotions when you are expressing something that either you disagree with, you're expressing an internal conflict, or you're expressing something that you don't like. If you don't like it, if you feel like I need more appreciation, I need more acknowledgement, I need more celebration, that is an emotional need that you're going to have to express. Now, people will have objections. People will get frustrated. They will get defensive. They may even get dismissive as well. It doesn't necessarily mean, because sometimes when we look at communication problems, people just can't communicate in the ways that they need to. Sometimes for us, because we look so much for emotional fulfillment and we look so much for our emotional needs to be met, we take away the fact that not everyone can communicate it in the way that we want them to. So you have to give, I'm saying this to extend some grace, and I'm saying this from a healthy standpoint, and I'm saying this from a clinical standpoint as well. If you want that, be assertive, open up about that. But please understand that he may not even see celebration the same way that you do. He may not see complimenting the same way that you do. He may be looking out for you as well. There are some people who look, and if they see this person is constantly on overdrive, they're going from one thing to the next without completing it. It may be a way of him saying, hey, babe, slow down for a minute. You just did this one thing without completing this. Let's take some time, let's step back. I think that's appropriate for you to have somebody who does give you that opposite perspective. But back to the point, speak up for yourself. Open up, don't worry about people's emotions all the time, because that's the reason why people don't vocalize what it is that they need to in these relationships.
Can I ask you a question?
Before Ace asks the question, brothers, one of the gifts that she has is probably, and I don't know if she has children or not. We'll just assume that she has children. One of her gifts is just being a mother. And I don't even know if she might not even be completing all these gifts or all these tasks that she thinks that she has, these gifts. She's probably running herself rampant and not even spending time with her own husband. But, I mean, I don't know what type of compliment she wants. I'm sure that man is probably saying congratulations. But every time she, quote unquote, completes something, now she's doing something else. And again, I just believe that she's not spending time with her husband like she should. I could be wrong. But let's go ahead and continue. And again, brothers, she has
You're
a
not wrong.
perfectly, So go ahead. What were you about to say?
You're not wrong. That's exactly. Anytime a man tell a woman she needs to slow down, she not spending time with that man. She overexerting herself. That's exactly what's going on. That's the only time a man gonna say that. Because at the end of the day, you got to tend to your marriage. Whether you believe you got all these gifts or not, you have to tend to your marriage, tend to your husband, and do your wifely duty. She doing too much, like her husband told her.
And one more thing, brothers, and I'm going to probably reiterate throughout the video. She has a perfectly, even though no person in the world is perfect, but she said that she has a perfectly good husband. Y'all women, y'all might need to slow down. And I think, and one more thing, brothers, I think she's trying to compete, but I could be wrong. But let's go ahead and continue.
Has this man, is it in his character? Because how long you been talking to this man?
We've been together 11 years.
Okay, 11 years. Is complimenting you, recognizing you or people, part of his character, the person that you know?
No.
And that becomes my, and I'm gonna let you, that becomes my core issue with these conversations. I'm not saying that you can't decide that, hey, this no longer serves me, but look, and just give me space here. This man has never shown that this was a skill of his, right? Yeah. And so now it's like, this was enough for you to be with him for 11 years. This was enough for you guys. And what was the first thing that you said in that card? Can you read it again?
My perfectly good man that I love.
So I'm just so no. Hear me out. No, okay. I know you about to do all that. No. I just want you to harp on that before I go to the other panelists.
Okay.
So let me ask you this, because it's clear that. One more question. Do you want to be with him as he presently is right now? Okay, there it is. All right, so look, so what do you do in this situation?
That's kind of sad that she had to pause and think about that question. Do you still want to be with him? And she actually paused. So I tell you, sometimes I think that this is why the divorce rate is so high, and why it's already been shown that over 70% of divorces that are filed are by women. We want to say it's cheating. We want to say it's finances. In my personal opinion, most of these women are divorcing these men because they are quote unquote bored. They are bored. because they don't like doing the same thing every day. We know men, they can do the same thing every day. They are content. They probably want to make a little bit more money every now and then, but they are content doing the same thing every day. Women, on the other hand, want to go climb mountains, go fly to the moon, climb a tree, help build a Tower of Babel, but they don't want to just relax. And she's getting older. But let's continue, brothers. I don't make this stuff up.
Situation where you feel like you've outgrown a person. So, like, doctor, what would your best advice be for someone that's feeling that they've outgrown someone?
Tell the truth. Just keep it simple. You don't have to do a whole lot, but I really want to encourage you that don't make your evolution or growth or healing his responsibility. You know, you've outgrown each other. I have this really nice pair of red boots. I
got a
love them.
question.
Speak on it, my brother.
So she said she been with this dude for years. They not married.
Is that him or is that me?
That's him.
Okay, Teddy, something's up with your reception because I.
Oh, my shit breaking up.
Okay, yeah, it was, but you're good now. Go ahead. What were you saying again?
Now I was saying that she said she been with this dude for 11 years. So are they not married? They just been together for 11 years?
I'm going to assume only because of what the title says. So I'm going to assume that is her husband.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because Kadu was like, how long you been talking to this guy and all that? I'm like, that kind of threw me off. So I didn't know if she was married or not.
Yeah, but I'm just going by what the title says. That's all.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let's continue.
But they have like a 5-inch heel, and I'm old. I can't put them things on no more. But they're still great boots. But I'm not going to make my old knees about the heel on the boot. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm 72 years old. My knees hurt. It ain't about the boot.
Yeah, it ain't about the
Okay? So tell the truth and support him and really making that shift. Because the ego is doing something very deceptive there. The ego is making you guilty or hurting him as a part of your evolution. Never underestimate the ruthlessness of the ego. Never underestimate it. So if I don't grow, I wouldn't hurt him. I'm hurting him because I've grown. No, you've outgrown each other, and that's okay. Tell the truth, period. Keep it simple.
Clap it up. Trill?
Yeah. I mean, I think like it's impossible to be in love with somebody that's in competition with you. And I think, that's not spoken of enough. There's a lot of people that are in relationships, long-term relationships, marriages, with people who are in competition with you. Because, like, as a man, in that perspective, your elevation is an indictment or a threat to his leadership. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when you elevate, now I feel like I'm not as qualified to lead you. Because you are superior to me, whether it be money or whether it be position or title or respect or whatever it is. You see what I'm saying? So from your perspective, and a lot of women in that situation will feel like, okay, maybe I should just like humble myself down, make him more comfortable in order to make this relationship work. But that's like trying to fill up a cup that got a hole in the bottom of it. You understand what I'm saying? You're never gonna be able to make him feel like the man that he thinks he is, or that you want him to be in your head. So we gotta accept the fact that, hey, this person, regardless of how much I love him, regardless of how much we done been through, this person is in competition with me. And it doesn't matter how much I love him, he gonna always feel that way. So I gotta walk away from that situation. You understand what I'm saying? So again, I just wanna reiterate, for all the women out there, there's a lot of women out there like that who high achieving, corporate, CFOs and executives at they situation, and they come in and then they man not their biggest cheerleader. They man like questioning your elevation. Damn, why you gotta do all of that? Why can't you just chill where you was? When he should be championing you, he should be your biggest cheerleader, but that's because he's in competition with you, and that's never gonna change regardless of how much you love him.
I understand that, kid.
Hold on. My brother,
Mm,
what makes
mm,
him think that
mm,
that her husband is in
mm,
competition with her? Why would he be in
mm,
competition? Because I'm
mm,
sure that hey, I got a lot of is the ad libs on or something? Did I turn on the ad libs? Okay, anyway.
mm.
Mhm.
Oh, it's on. Hmm.
All right, Kate. But as I was saying, what makes her think that her husband, her husband is in competition with her? He's at a state.
She never said that. He said that.
That's what I'm actually.
He always want to blame the woman.
Hold on, ladies. I didn't ask. Now I'm glad that y'all are here. I didn't ask to fight with y'all. Now, as I was saying, why does she think that that her husband is in competition with her? Because I'm gonna say this, and again, I'm just assuming that he's paying all the bills. He's the man. He's taking care of everything inside the house, but yet he's in competition. What is he in competition with her for? Why does he need to be in competition with her? What is the reason for that?
Slim.
Uh, uh,
That, that, I don't
Can
know.
I say
Like
something?
that.
Can I say something? The last guy just said
mhm.
the lady never said that. The lady never said that. That guy gave a scenario of a reason why it could be why he's not complimenting her. Because he feels as though that she's doing more than him, doing better than him. And let's not act like that's not how some men are. They get jealous, they get envious of their own wife because of the fact they feel inadequate because they're not out there, being the boss, being the CEOs, being the execs. They not maybe making the most money. You know what I mean? And so it does create contention in the relationship because they feel less than a man because they not able to be the breadwinner. So let's not act like that's not a reality.
So let me
And
ask
that
you.
man just pointed it out. That man just pointed it out that also too could be a reason.
So let me ask you something, right? And I want you to be truthful. Let's just say that me and you we in a relationship. You make more money than me. Are you willing to be the breadwinner? And I mean, not the breadwinner. Are you willing to take care of the bills? Let's just say I'm the one that's taking care of the mortgage. I'm taking care of the utilities. And the only thing that you probably got to pay for it for yourself. If you just happen to make $50,000 more than I did, and we're in a relationship, we're married. Are you willing to take over and start doing what I was doing before, or are you still going to be in the? Are you still going to keep doing the same thing you've been doing, even though you make more money?
I'm gonna keep doing the same thing I've been doing.
Right. So what? Even though this is what he said, right? He's saying what would make him if the husband is already doing all these things, as in taking care of the utilities, the mortgage. I'm sure he's probably even taking care of the vehicles. He's pretty much paying for everything because most women.
But we don't know that though. We
No,
don't
we
know that,
don't.
Slim.
You're absolutely right. But most women are not going to take care or take over what the man was doing if they are making more money. And I've actually played a video where a woman actually said that her husband, that she said, matter of fact, we played it, I think we played it in the Iconic Room. I think that was the same video where she said she made more money than him.
Mhm.
But yet,
Mhm.
she was paying all the bills. She wasn't paying for
Mhm.
anything except herself. But she wanted him to
To be more ambitious.
be more ambitious. So now, and I'm not saying that the husband is not complimenting her. Maybe he's not complimenting her the way she wants to be complimented. Because I might just say, you might come to me and be like, baby, guess what? I just got a degree and I got all A's on my classes. And I might just be like, baby, congratulations. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know what more does he need to do to give her to compliment her. I think what it is that the way her compliments are not looking the way she want. Like his compliments is not the way she wants it to be, and that's her problem. It doesn't look like that. So I'm not.
She,
I'm not.
she won't-
I'm not
It
saying
can
that she's not
also
doing it
be
though.
something, yeah, that both of you guys, all these situations can
Hmm.
be possibilities.
Correct. Agreed.
Mhm.
Well, my I think for me is what really resonates with me is the fact that two things. She's elevating, right? She's going out, using her gifts, doing things, growing, going, doing better, right? But his issue with that is you doing too much. So for me, it just seems like, okay, if I'm doing too much, then what are you must be doing too little of something. Because
Can I butt
why
in?
uh,
No, no.
So what I hear
Hold,
what you're saying.
I want
Go
her.
ahead.
I don't. I want you to go ahead. I mean, I want you to say what you have to say. I didn't want her to finish her whole point because I want to hear what she has to say. I'm not going to
Go
reply because
ahead.
I'm gonna let you go ahead after she's done. Go
Mhm.
ahead. Go ahead.
Go
Finish
ahead.
what
Go
you were
ahead.
saying.
well, I was just saying because I get, because even King said, she not must not be spending enough time at home. But
Hmm.
it's just hard for me to think that a husband of 11 years,
Hmm.
if you seeing your wife accomplish all these goals and elevate and becoming the woman that she's always may have wanted to be, why is it you of all people trying to be that stop sign, that roadblock, telling her to stop, be, you doing too much, instead of, like she said, being complimenting me, being my cheerleader, encouraging me to keep going, and accomplish more of my dreams, more of my aspirations. And that, to me, that's a little of a issue for me.
Okay.
Okay.
man, I just look.
I'm
This
going.
is
I,
no.
Oh.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna speak from my experience. Although if we're have partners in a relationship, we have to consider them. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not about me anymore, and especially if there's kids involved. Although I would like to go out, make more appearances, make more money and stuff, it does take away from my time being home. You get what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
I can't say, hey, well, I have to do this to go to here, but sometimes you have to sacrifice, you have to delegate, which is going to, you know, am I taking away time from my child? Am I taking away time that me and him could have spent together on our time off, and instead of spending my time to go elevate? You have to manage your time when you're considering other people. So
True.
yes, she may be doing too much because it's a selfish journey, and you want the praise because you're doing what you want, but when there's more threes company, it ain't about you no more.
That's true. You
All right,
definitely
I'm
have to
Exactly.
done.
consider your
And
partner, for sure.
that's what I was gonna say. Like the core problem to this whole situation is her feeling validated and her getting praised over shit that she want to do with her own life. So it's like, what is it about you or what happened in your childhood that makes you want to be so accomplished to where you got to do all these projects and be so great in the world? That's like she said, that's your own personal journey. And the fact that you want him to be your biggest cheerleader, not like none of that matters. So it's like at the end of the day, why are you doing all this? Like, what is it about your life that you're trying to achieve to make yourself feel better about?
Mm.
And
But
I'm
that's
and I'm
also
and I'm still stuck on the
She
fact
could do
that
it, but she has to.
they're not married. Because not one time have they referred to him as her husband. And even that first sentence of that card, it says, I have a perfectly good man. It don't say good husband. So I don't think they married. And that's another issue. 11 fucking years, y'all not married? That's another fucking issue.
Well, I feel like it should be a compromise, right? Like you should encourage your partner to want to be great, to want to succeed and achieve and accomplish goals. But I do think there should be a balance. Absolutely, I agree with Hanukkah. I do think there should be a balance. That there should be
Yeah.
some consideration for the other person,
Hmm.
but there needs to be a compromise. There has to be a discussion. We need to have a conversation about where these goals is taking me or where these goals is taking us, and what is it doing with to us within our household. You know what I mean? If one person is feeling, that they're getting lack of attention, then maybe I do need to dial it back a little or whatever, or redirect some things. But without that conversation, to just be like, no, you doing too much, and there's no conversation, there's where we don't have an understanding, then that can create a problem. That can create envy, on both sides.
Hmm.
That the wife can be like, well, you try to hold me back, and the husband can be like,
Yeah.
you trying to be better than me. You know what I mean? You trying to do more than you, and that's where the problem
Hmm.
comes from. There's a lack of communication in this situation. You know what I mean? And ain't no man gonna cheer for something like that if they feel like you trying to lead them behind. So
Hmm.
And
Well,
yeah.
and another thing I got a problem with, I wonder how she even brought this up to us. Because for you to come on a platform like this in front of thousands of people,
I wonder if there's
like,
kids involved. I think the main.
well, only thing I'll say is, and I'm gonna just say this, and then I'll go back to playing the video, finish out the video. But the only thing that I'm
Mhm.
gonna say is this: I believe that the reason why he said you're doing too much, I think there's something that's being taken away because she's doing more. So that, like I kind of said, and I'll just reiterate, I'll just kind of just piggyback off of what Iconic said. Maybe there's some things that he wants to do with his wife, but she's not there. She's over there being busy. You know what I'm saying? So she's taken away from the family or family time to do all these other things. But let's go
Hmm.
ahead and continue with the video.
But is
Okay.
that what the situation is? Do you feel like he's in competition with you?
I don't think he'll say that, but sometimes I feel that way.
In the 11 years, has he tried to celebrate your accomplishments?
Yes.
Okay, so there was effort at one point. Out of the new ideas that you had, how many of those did you actually complete?
I pretty much complete everything I start.
Okay, that's good. And congratulations on that, baby. Let me say this. Do you want to be with him?
I do want to be with him.
Okay, so then let me give you something from a healthier standpoint, since that's what the ultimate goal is. This is the reason why so many people divorce, because we put our emotional fulfillment on the one person that we're in a relationship with. And so when things start to kind of waver, they start to kind of change, it makes us look at them differently. And it pulls us away from what the ultimate goal is to keep building in that situation. I will say this, it is still good for you to have other people who can invest in you as well. Friendship circles, networking circles, sisterhoods, and things like that. Because people go through a lot of things. People go through their own stresses in life, environmental, situational factors that sometimes get in the way of them being able to show up for you in the way that they usually would. It doesn't mean that they don't care anymore. It doesn't mean they don't love you less. It doesn't mean that they're no longer interested in you. People go through situations. So I advise you to take the time to look at your circle and look for the people who can celebrate you as well, but still hold the conversation with him, because you need to help him understand why celebrating you and motivating you is so important. If you can identify what it is, whether it grants you stability, whether it grants you security, whether it's just the way that you receive love, he'll be better understanding to it. Do it in a way that's not accusatory, but do it in a real respectful, loving way, so that way it can bring him in and he doesn't feel like running from you. That's coming from a healthy standpoint.
I want you to do one more thing. Read that first part of the card again.
My perfectly good man that I love.
Okay. And I want you to read that part over and over again. And the reason I say that, now listen, hold on, no, hear me out. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying that eventually you won't get to the point where you want to go your separate ways. But what I'm saying is, we are human beings. We, for whatever reason, are trained to look at that spot on the white shirt. It's one spot. And now that one spot, because we fixate it, becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. No, it's just a little spot. The white shirt is still white. It's just a little spot. And I just hope in this situation that I get it. That portion is important to you. I get it. But I don't know if we allow it to overshadow all the things that, read the first part. One more time, just one more.
Perfectly good.
So before you make a decision, just think about all of that, all right? And guess what? What's up?
I was gonna say, another perspective is to leave him. I had started a candle making little side hustle, and one of my exes, he ain't say shit. He ain't say good.
You know, I don't know why. I just don't
I'm
like it.
screaming.
I don't like
I hate
it.
when they start this stupid
It's
little
almost over. It's
bullshit
like 4
and want
seconds
somebody to
left. It's 4
support their
seconds left.
fucking bullshit. Yeah.
The fact that she said leave him and then start this candlelight thing, like, or whatever she was talking about. The fact
I
that
feel
she
like it was
said,
sarcastic.
Some
I think that's sarcastic. I don't think
well,
No,
she
the
was talking
Empress
about
says she a business owner and she got a candle company. These bitches are crazy.
I mean, I'll say this. I've watched some other videos with her, and it's like she has a very negative. I don't even know who this is, but she's very
yeah, you can
negative in
kind
her.
of tell by her energy when the girl next to her was
Yeah.
talking. I was looking at her. It was just she just seemed, not
Hey, it's good for the show. Everybody can't be up there giving her positive advice.
exactly.
It
Yeah,
got to be a
yeah.
toxic motherfucker up there. You know what I'm talking about? And
No,
she the
Right.
toxic person. Man, come
Teddy,
on.
Teddy,
She
I
even
get it,
looked
man.
toxic.
I
Teddy,
wonder
I
if
get it,
children
bro.
are involved.
That I don't know because she never said anything about if she has children or not.
Yeah, that has the context. Yeah.
Yeah,
11 years.
I'm going to assume that she does, but you know what? Never mind. I don't know if she does or not, so I won't even assume that. But
I know one thing, she ain't married. I know that. I ain't say husband not one time.
But I mean, but marriage really. But there's people that's been in long-term relationships for years, 20, 30 years, that's never been married. So I
And
mean,
yeah, you're right.
Successful. Yeah, I
yeah,
don't go with, I don't go with that marriage stuff for you. If you say, hey, I'm going to have a deed, I'm going to have a will, I'm going to have this is the split ownership. Like, I mean, what is you got to do? Like, yeah.
well, let's go ahead and finish. Well, the video pretty much done, but let's finish it out.
Good job, nothing. So I left him because he ain't compliment my elevation, but
No, hell nah. And guess what? That's been enough.
See, that's sad for her to even say because he didn't compliment her.
Left him. And that's why I say, like, a lot of women will leave a man over some silly, in my opinion, is pretty silly. He didn't compliment my elevation, so I left him. That's crazy to me. Very
I
crazy.
honestly thought she meant it a different way when she
And,
said he doesn't compliment my elevation as far as like he's not,
like, she's elevated,
on
he
the same.
doesn't compliment her.
Right,
Right?
right.
That's
Like he
that's
low.
what I
Like
thought. I didn't think
I definitely
she
didn't
wanted a
think that she was gonna
cookie.
go on that cheerleader way. I thought she was saying as far as like he doesn't,
Yeah.
he doesn't make what she
She's
make or
elevated.
like right.
Yeah.
So that threw me off at first. I
The
was
way she
my
worded it
reaction
was
was just like
slow
the panel's
too.
reaction, like whoa, what? But she
No,
definitely threw it off.
I
Yeah.
ain't like the word. You want your man to
She reminded me
be
of
your
Chunk.
biggest cheerleader. I don't like that cheerleader word. Fuck, I love